Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Yes, friends, I hope you're all having a good time out there. Oh my, something's up over here, folks. I don't know what it is. Well, let me go over here and check the chat. I think the chat's going crazy over here. Whoa, we got a full house here now. Hello, Mud Rabbit. Welcome to the program. And our good friend, Catherine Weiss. Hello there, and welcome to you as well. Bless me. Oh, and look at Emily's back. Hey, there she is. Welcome to the program. Yeah. All righty then. Hit that like button. That's right. Hey there, lurkers. Should we check the lurker button? Oh my goodness. I'm going to hit the lurker button as soon as we say thank you to Catherine Weiss. She's dropping the 30 big ones again. Thank you so much, Catherine. Hello, Dark Brain. Welcome to the program. We're going to put the big super chat up there a little while longer. Hello, Mad Pogue. Welcome to the program. Oh, you know what? We're missing the music, aren't we, friends? My goodness. So easy to forget. Seeing all my friends over there in the chat. So easy to forget what the heck I'm doing. You know? Here we go. Oh, that's a good loudness. A good loudness. Well, there you go. Hello, Mad Pogue. And happy Monday. Yes, it's Monday. Remember that song, I Don't Like Mondays? By the Boomtown Rats? That was a big hit. A lot of controversy about that song. Very sad story behind the song. And there you go. Don't worry, before you know it, it'll be Friday. That's right. You know, we can always use the time machine to, zip ahead a bit, but maybe some other time. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Shalln't we now? No, we shan't. No, we shan't. Well, boy. Until we get the new confuser, it's going to be touch and go. I got someone kind of watching the system here to keep the stuff working. Maybe my little hacker there can help. Oh my goodness! Look at what happened just now. Peggy Dancer, thank you so much. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so very much. You guys rock. Don't know what to say. Except thank you so very, very much. And sending you all the blessings in the world, both of you, all of you out there. Hoping everyone is feeling well and everything's going swimmingly. Hello, my name is Dee. Welcome to the program. Oh yeah, you were on call all weekend and had to remain sober. Wow. Maybe I should look for a job like that because I'm like always sober. I just don't drink. It just doesn't do me any good. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Metaverse. Good to see you here. MV, cool logo, cool font. Peggy, you rock. There you go. Yep, she does. Hey, Meta. I metaverse today. Ba-doom-pa. Metaverse. Never met a verse I didn't like. Oh, some songs maybe, right? Some songs maybe. Well, we're going to try showing stuff here visually. And if we freeze up, we freeze up. That's the way it goes. Until we get the new confuser. It'll just have to be that way. You know? I'm looking very closely at a couple right now. Very closely. So hopefully I can just, take that next step and get it. You know? You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Jelly bean, jelly bean. That's the name I'll pick for you. And it fits you to a T. Gonna tell you why it's true. I'm sure you've heard the sad news. Wow. Somewhat wonky with that picture. Christy Alley passed away today, 71. So that's very sad news. I know she was a big Prince fan. Hello, Cassandra. Welcome to the program. Yes, rest in peace, Christy. She was always kind of like going her own way. And I think people like that become a target for the evil ones. Possibly. I don't know. But I do know that she was a big fan of Prince. She was even in a Prince video, maybe a couple of them, where she played a reporter. Very cool. Very cool. So that's very sad. Yeah. Very sad. Verse. Okay, what are we doing here? Alrighty then. Well, what do we got next? Well, you know what? You might think that Biden isn't doing anything, but when you line them all up, boy, that's a lot of accomplishments there. Let's take a look. Democrats deliver. Record high gas prices. Well, yeah, okay. Defund the police. They do that. Calling parents terrorists. Bingo. Baby formula outage. Hey, open border. Fentanyl deaths. Federal spending. Grooming our kids. Cost of living increase, I think. Senile president. High taxes, violent crime. Afghanistan disaster. 60 billion Ukraine and counting. Recession. 2 million illegals, probably more like 10 million. Record high gas prices. Well, yeah. Oh, hey, promises made, promises kept. Look at that. I mean, he really didn't make any promises, so I guess you can't hold anything against him. But he's there illegally with so much malfeasance. I mean, I don't think there's any way that they didn't cheat. Think about it. Every single way you can think of it, using big tech to cancel out all of your opponents. Remember when Republican lawmakers were being bumped off of Twitter like a week before the election or a month before the election, and they just be bumped right off? It's like they're running for office and they get deplatformed off of Twitter. I mean, and their opponents just told them to do that. I mean, can you believe it? FTX, yes. That's the huge scandal, man. That kid should be in jail. Well, you know, same with that Hollywood guy that shot that woman, killed her on the set, and he's still free, crying his butt off. Oh, the gun shot itself. Nah. Yeah, I don't think so. Jail, sir. Yeah, these people need to get a little bit of. Oh, Laura Loomer rocks. Yes. Yes, sirree, sir. Uh-huh. Well, what do we got next for you here? When you wanted World War III for your birthday and all you got was Trump back on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, man. Then you're illegitimate, dude. There's no way he didn't cheat. I would be surprised if they could think of some way that they didn't cheat. You know? That would be a harder thing to find, is something illegal that they actually didn't do, because they did so many. I think that'd be a tough one. Yeah, how sad indeed. Yes, she was Dark Brain. Yeah, you're not holding your breath with Elon. Well, you know, it's pretty amazing what he's done. I mean, even the little bit that he's done, it's amazing. And I think this is the reason he got it. I think that that he's playing a part in this movie, definitely. It is an interesting character, that's for sure. Good for the movie. Good for the movie, I would say. Great little movie we got going here. You know, every day that Biden doesn't resign, he just looks dumber and dumber and dumber, because we all know the secret's out. But yeah, look at Elon Musk tweeted this the other day. Twitter has interfered in elections. Trump was right about everything. Think about it. Elon's tweeting this. Think about it. Think about it. It's awesome. So they reinstate him. They need to reinstate Trump. A re-election would be just ridiculous. It would take too long, and it would be too corrupt. They need to just reinstate him. Boom. And instantly nullify everything that the resident did. All of his orders, null and void. Fraud vitiates everything. Fraud vitiates everything. And now fraud has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, just by the couple little forms that Elon put out the other day. Twit Files release was cool. Lefty Dirtbag Journal freakouts were cool. Round 2 ought to be good. Yeah, it's supposed to go any minute, and I'm supposed to get like a notification. Apparently, they had more like 2 million people on that Twitter space thing, and I was one of them. You know that? So that was kind of cool. So I was there listening. Oh, this one's good. Oh, we gotta get that. All right. Bob, you fool. Don't plug that thing in. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Yes, be safe, friends. If you do happen to put a Christmas tree in the fishbowl, do not plug it in. No, that would not be a good thing. No. I can't believe they even have it there. I mean, it's nice for a convenience thing, but water could get in the outlet. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, man. Come on, man. Although impolite, the other bears could never help staring at Larry's enormous deer gut. He's got that deer gut. Yep. There it is. Right out there. He's got that deer gut. I'm telling you, animules are much more like us than you might want to know. Don't you think? Yeah, Larson is awesome. Yeah, 3 are non-military, less than 10, fully read in. Oh, really? Dinesh, Cash, and Elon? There's a good guess. That's interesting. I'm glad I caught that. One. Alrighty then. Let's see what else we have here. Anything else? Oh, look at that guy. I think it's I don't know, is that a praying mantis or a dragonfly? I can't tell. He's a bug. I think it's a dragonfly. Oh, this next one's great. If you are unfortunate enough to be staring down the barrel of a gun and someone's about to shoot it at you, you might want to think quickly and point to the person next to you. Yeah, get this guy. How about this guy? You don't want me. Get that guy. Talking about an aware bear. An aware bear. I guess a werewolf would be like a werewolf. I wouldn't want that, but that's an aware bear. You had that on your fridge for years. Oh. It must have fell off, flew through the sky, and ended up on my hard drive here somehow. Amazing how that works. Yeah. There's something so, his drawings are so simple, but they convey so much feeling and emotion, and just, it's hilarious. He really captured a lot with very few lines, and that's the mark of a good humor artist. Yeah, he's one of the best for sure. Just uproarious. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Here you go, from the man himself, Donald J. Trump. Simply put, if an election is irrefutably fraudulent, it should go to the rightful winner, or at a minimum be redone. Where open and blatant fraud is involved, Fraud vitiates everything. There should be no time limit for change. That's right. Return the diamonds. Boom. Fraud vitiates everything. It's in the Constitution. Fraud vitiates everything. And we really do need to see some really, televised trials with these people. And have them come out there in yellow or orange or black and white striped outfits, all shackled. That'd be great. That would just be super. Everybody would be. There would be, you know what? Popcorn sales would hit heights you can't even imagine. You can't imagine it. Popcorn would be going. Orville Redenbacher would be like, stocks be going like crazy. Oh yeah, this next one's good. All right, you might want to screenshot this one. Voter fraud, Joe Biden 2020 handcuffed. Oh yeah, don't you like that? Look at that. Such a loser. Lahu Sahur. Yeah. The only way losers win is by cheating. Lahu Sahur. Loser. 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 Get out. Get out. And you can't go to Mar-a-Lago either. Go back to Delaware. Delaware. Go back to Delaware. Just go back. Go back there. Go back, Joe. Go back, Joe. Nobody wants you. And take your 12 white hula hoops that nobody could sit in. Couldn't fill them up. Get rid of this too. Oh. Okay. The heck? All right. There we go. Treason. When you sell your country's oil reserve to a company in China that your son has dealings with, arrest is in order. So many things. I mean, didn't they find that one review of the Hunter Biden laptop, 450, over 450 crimes, state and federal, some felonies. So there you go. I mean, that should keep the all those departments busy for a while, don't you think? Yeah. You could live stream his. Why not put him in the same cell that they have the January 6 guys in? Did you hear? I heard friends. This is really sad. Do you know the people who send them stuff send them socks? You know why? They always send them socks because they use socks to filter the black sludge from the water that's coming out of their sink when the water is turned on. Sometimes they turn it off and they can't flush, nothing to drink, but they use these socks to filter the black sludge from the water. Isn't that disgusting? I guess one of the facilities that they have some of these January 6 people in, they were going to close it down. It was condemned. They said, oh, no, we're keeping it open. Let's get some foreign people to work as guards here so they don't know the difference. Hello, Fred Walton. Welcome to the program. Good to see you here. Yeah, I think when the 2-year mark happens, which is 2 years after the false inauguration of this guy, then if Trump's reinstated, he can fill out the rest of the term, which was rightfully his. But since it was less than half, he still could run in 2024. So essentially, we get almost 10 years of Trump that way, or potential. That's the best case scenario. Plus, the country and the world got a 2-year dose of just exactly what this disastrous left-wing lunatic rule looks like. It doesn't benefit anybody but the top people on their tickets that are getting those kickbacks. I'm sure they got offshore accounts that are doing very well right now with that Zelensky money floating around out there, going back and forth a couple times over. You got to know. Yeah. Alrighty then. All I want for Christmas is Trump back. Hear, hear. There's something for screen shooting. Look at that. That's a good sign. Signpost up ahead. All I want for Christmas is Trump back. Yes. Should have been here last Christmas. Should have been back. Yes, I remember Carter. I remember the gas lines. Couldn't get gas. But we made it out of there. I think we ended up doing pretty good, you know? But yeah, those were tough times. The world was against Carter because he didn't want to go to war. And they were pissed off at him. They really wanted him to go to war. But he didn't. I'm glad that he didn't, but he paid the price. He really took a beating. But there were no new wars during his 4 years. So that's good. Gotta look at the good things. There's good and bad in every administration. Some good, some bad. Yeah, I don't think Carter realized it either. But he knew he was going to be president. He was told he was going to be president. In fact, Andrew Brashago remembers when his dad brought back the book that Andrew Lambermont Weber wrote and Andrew Brashago edited. In the foreword, it mentioned something about President Jimmy Carter. And Andy remembers his dad going, President Jimmy Carter, who's that? And of course, I don't think he was even in 70 or 71. I don't think he was even a governor yet. Was he? Maybe he was, but not very well known. But they knew he was going to be president, partly from that book. Yeah, the failed rescue attempt might have been on purpose to make him look bad. Think about it. And I heard also that Reagan paid the people holding the hostages to keep them until after the election. And Carter was staying up all night trying to free them. He didn't realize they'd already made a deal with Reagan. It's very sad, actually. Yes, Tricky Dick, yes. I remember kids in the playground singing, Nixon, Nixon, he's our man. If he can't do it, throw him in the can. That's kind of what happened. I remember that. People were pro and con. Some people liked him, some people didn't. He was a fun face to draw. I used to draw his face all the time in cartoon like a um, political cartoon drawing. I was really into that when I was a kid. Yeah, into that when I was a kid. We want people who legitimately won the election to lead our country, not people who had to cheat in order to win. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation point. Simply put, if an election is irrefutably fraudulent, it should go to the rightful winner, or at a minimum, be redone. Where open and blatant fraud is involved, there should be no time. Yeah, we already read that, didn't we? It's another one. It's worth seeing again, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Here's something. I shared this with Elon Musk today. It's my idea to help make motorcycles more visible. And that would be to outfit them with a holographic projector that will project an image around the bike to make it look bigger, like a car, or like a bigger bike, or like something bigger. So it's visually noticeable. Because a lot of accidents happen with motorcycles because they are so small. They're hard to see in the distance as they're getting closer. If they were bigger, you'd see them sooner and maybe avoid an accident, and people would survive. And it could save lives, I think. So we'll see what he says. That's one of my ideas. Yeah, and that's on episode 97. I did something on that too. If you want to go scroll back into the archives. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. You'll like this one. You will love it. This is a good one. Up for maybe meme of the year. That look when you're babysitting the same guy you used to babysit for. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. And the things she wears. Ah, all I can say is, from looking at the kind of clothes she wears, I mean, you can just tell she was a blue light special person. That blue light special down there at Kmart. She's right in the front line there, lining up to get those. Oh, God, have you seen the stuff she wears? I mean, it's not even, it's bizarre, actually. It's quite bad. I mean, attention Kmart shoppers. Yes, that's right. The blue light special over at aisle 16. Go check out the blue light. The blue light special. Go check it out. I don't know. Good question. Oh, she'll get it for you. Wow. She's on YouTube. Oh, there it is right here. The gunner's wife? Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. Well, there you have it. There you are. You know what, friends? We're going to stick the old chat link a Rooney into the chat box here. So if you want to call in, feel free to call in. And we'll chat. We'll chat like linguistically. Right? Aaron, check her out. Okay, check her out. Alrighty then. Check her out. Gunner's wife. Gunner's wife. A gunner's wife. 66,000 subscribers. Okay. It looks good. I'll have to check it off. Check it out. Looks good though. She does lip reads. Oh wow. Well, that's interesting. Well, you caught my interest there. There you go. We when we were kids, my big brother got a Danny O'Day ventriloquist doll, and so we all had fun listening to the record and trying to make the puppet seem alive, throw our voice, So that was always a challenge. So she reads lips. That's interesting. Okay. Why aren't they teaching everybody how to read lips? But some people make it look smooth funny when they talk, and you really can't tell what they're saying, can you? There's also showed that documentary last night called Intelligence Not Accepted with Ben Stein. Really good documentary, plus Greg Braden, The God Code. Okay. Awesome. That's cool. Interesting stuff. Yeah. Alrighty then. So, I had to answer the resident today on a Twitter tweet. Excuse me. Did I say a bad word? I'm sorry. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with your words. I wasn't trying to say that. Okay. So, Biden, Mr. Illegitimate himself, was tweeting something, and I think I kind of went, you know what? kind of had it with this guy, right? So, hey, Austin Morris, good to see you here. So here it is. So Biden tweeted out, as of today, the national average price of gas is $3.40 a gallon. That's, oh, wow. The lowest since early February, lower than when Putin, there he goes, invoking that. It started going up way before that. Then I just said, hey, Trump did everything better than you could ever hope to do. You are the worst president ever. Give back the diamonds and the 10%, big guy. Trump won, you cheated. In fact, there is so much evidence out there that every day you're in office, you look dumber and dumber. There we go. That was my reply. What do you think? That's what I told the big guy. What do you think about that? Yeah, he's definitely the worst president ever. Okay, we'll show this one too. And then we'll get into the fun stuff. And I remember him saying this. He's on video saying this. We put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. And then he went on to steal the election. And then, even though he said this, so 459 or so crimes on the laptop. Does it have to be over 500 crimes for a Democrat to see any justice? Does there have to be like over 500 crimes? Whereas for a Republican to get harassed, you can just insinuate a crime or make something up that's not true. And that can hold water for a few years for them. I mean, it's just sick. Don't you think? Now here's something good. These are the original Hot Wheels. Check them out. The original 16 Hot Wheels. Check them out. These, I grew up with these. These were great. Oh boy, I wish I still had some of these. And some of them are like this one right here is a Bill Cushenberry. Some of them are Bill Cushenberry. I think this one here too. Of course, he famously made designed and built the Carcraft Dream Rod, which my brother brought back to its original luster, which was an incredible feat that he did. Hey, it's BBP Demand. Good to see you here. Erection frog. To dodge the censorship in social media. Yeah. Well, we shouldn't have to dodge it. That's the point. It's America. America. Where someone can have a simple idea like, hey, wouldn't it be cool for kids to have a little car that has wheels that roll really well? We'll call them Hot Wheels. Boom. Do you know how successful that is? I mean, they're probably in your local grocery store. There's a bin of them for 97 cents, or maybe they went up. But they're still making them. They still roll really well. And they're bringing back some of these original ones too. So be on the lookout. I would definitely get those. Oh my God, that was my favorite. I just called it the purple car. Okay, awesome. The silhouette. Yes, you're right. That is the silhouette, Mad Pogue, by Cushenberry. Very cool custom car designer. The guy that did did the work on the Batmobile for what's his name? Who was too busy to take the job. He took the job and just farmed it out to Cushenberry. Oh, you had the Ford J car, the Diora, Silhouette, the Mustang, the Vet, the Beatnik Bandit, the Cuda. Yeah, I think I probably had all of them. And man, all the kids in the neighborhood, they'd bring all their tracks. We'd put all our tracks together and make a super long track. Man, those were the days. Hot Wheels tracks. It was really quite something. Quite something. And they still roll so well. Oh, yeah. Oh, and here is the car that became the Batmobile when it was still the Ford Futura show car. Notice how the canopy between the front and the back windows tilts up so you can get out and in. Now, they left that completely off when they made the Batmobile. And they put like a roll bar between with the siren on top, or the light. Ford Futura, I'm not sure. It might have been Lincoln. Could have been Lincoln. It was Ford company, same company. But yeah, it was a 1955 show car that was a beautiful car. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous car. And if you look at it compared to the Batmobile, there's very little difference. Now, this car had the wheels covered. The top part of the wheels were covered. That straight line that you see, that silver line, that's sort of like molding on the side. It's actually the shape of the body. That would go right over the middle, top middle part of the wheel, and the top part would be covered. Now, the Batmobile, they radius those out so you can see the wheels much faster. Much faster. Really high heels, yeah. Oh, really? The Batmobile for the Michael Keaton movie could go all of 35 miles per hour? Wow. Well, they had a heck of a time getting the original Batmobile going, too, because they've been sitting for so long. They only paid $1 for it. George Barris, who took the job and gave it to Cushenberry because he couldn't. These garages were all full. But yeah, it's a great little car. It was also in a movie, as we said on the last show, in the mid-50s. They painted it red for that show, that movie. And then when they finally got it ready for the shoot, and they were shooting it coming out of the Batcave, and the fence, the roadblock sign would go down and it would take off down the street. They tried shooting it and it wasn't showing up. It really wasn't showing up on the contours of the body were not showing up. So he took it back into the shop and painted fluorescent orange on all of the accent lines of the body. That's the bright orange against the black. And then it popped. And man, did it pop. And you know what? The effect of the Batmobile on the psyche of American youth can never be overstated. It was a magical car. Speaking of magical, and this is really, it's a public service to give this message to you all. And that is to always look at signs. Signs are put there to help us. to understand our world better. So check this out. There's high voltage and there's low voltage. Yes. Thanks for spelling that out for us there. Now I understand. Oh, now I understand what high voltage and low voltage means. Ba-doom-pa. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Alrighty then, Aphrodite then. Yeah, the medium. Where's the medium? I don't know. It was in the promo commercial before the TV show debuted. The commercial that said Batman is coming. Okay. Yeah. Can't be denied, can it? Everything we are witnessing is a result of a stolen election. Yes. We can say that now. Can't we? Can we? Traded mine for army boots. Duck boots. Yeah, don't ever hold someone's hand when they're peeing on an electric fence. Don't do that. Don't be the last one in the line, that's for sure. That's not good. It never ends well. Never. Never, man. Well, let's go check out Twitter and see what's happening over there, shall we? Twitter world? What's happening over here, Twitter world? Oh, look at that. Truthquestwithaaron Moriarity. That show's going on. I wonder what's going on there. Cute liberal faux outrage. Oh yeah, Elon might be man of the year, person of the year, whatever they call it. Look at that, endless. You know what? Lots of stuff happening. I don't see anything. The new drop has not happened yet, so we're kind of looking out for that. We're kind of looking out for that. Aviani, Avanti, this guy, Aviani, what are you called? Michael Avanti, whatever the heck his name is, 14 years. 14 years in prison. Fraud. Well, oh, did you see this? Check this out. Starship takes beings of Earth to Mars. Well, I think before they bring all these animals on there, they should probably plant something up there. Get it growing, you know, maybe a little ahead of time. Those animals are going to be pretty hungry when they get there. Going to need the biosphere to get speeded up a bit, you know? I think you'd need more than 2 of each too, wouldn't you? I don't know. Are Are these armed people keeping the people back from going on? Only the animals can go? Is this what's happening here? I'm not quite catching that. Maybe. I don't know. Interesting. Don't you think? Don't you think? Oh yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. You got to hear this.
Because
All right, you got to time it just right.
my duty and the sacred duty of every elected official in this chamber is to defend Americans, to protect their safety, their families, their communities, and their right to the American dream. Because Americans are dreamers too. My duty and the sacred duty of every elected official in this chamber is to defend Americans, to protect their safety, their families, their communities, and their right to the American dream. Because Americans are dreamers too.
Here you go. BBP Demand, are you there? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I had to like fix everything.
All right.
All right. Well, this is different. I'm used to the other voice thing that you have. I forget what it was, like what app you were using, but yeah.
Zoom.
How are you doing today, Aaron? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. It's been a pretty good weekend, actually. You know, I got to see my daughters, and they were doing good, and actually, I even got to introduce them to some like Elton John Crocodile Rock.
Oh boy.
Like, they like that. Like, it was different. It was kind of like a little like old school thing. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Love it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His sister just passed away.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Olivia Newton-John, her sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about that.
They're not really sisters,
Uh-huh.
but they got the same
That's
one.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You know?
Yeah, and Kirstie Alley just passed away.
Chrissy Ellie. Who's that?
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna be on the in the chat like, oh well, this
Did
guy
you
don't
ever-
know nobody, huh? Like,
you ever
I'm not
see-
really good with like celebrities and like and who sung for this. Like, if you told me who like the rock star for like CCR was, like the lead singer, I couldn't tell you. But I love CCR. I couldn't tell you the singer of it. Like,
me
it's
either.
the type of person I am.
Me
Womp womp.
But,
Okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kirstie Alley was one of the stars in Cheers. It was a big show on television.
Oh, okay, yeah,
She
okay,
was the dark-haired girl.
yeah, okay. I think I seen something about that too.
And
like,
she was
on
in
Facebook.
a couple Prince videos as a reporter
Okay,
in
okay.
recent years. She was, very outspoken against the system.
Oh, nice. Hey,
So,
then
yeah.
I
But
like
she-
her style as she goes. Then
She was 71 when she died recently, and I think she may have lived near Minneapolis. I know that's where she shot some of the
you know what age she got to, or
71.
71? Okay, it's a pretty good age. Yeah.
Kirstie Alley is Muhammad Ali's sister, right? Yeah. Hey, we're all related if you go back far enough, right? That's a scary thing. That's pretty scary if you think about it. Cheers.
Hey, cheers to that.
Yeah, so if you want to find out what she was about, go watch old Cheers or check out some old Prince videos. She was a pretty cool cat. But,
So you're talking about like around the time of like what's that one girl? She sound like the Two of Hearts, like Stacy something.
Two of Hearts.
Like 2 of Hearts. I bet you if you look it up, you know it's Stacy something. It's around that same era though. I guarantee you it. Like I'm not really good at names stuff, but like I'm surprised I came up with that one. Like,
yeah. Well, I've been frozen.
All right, I'll bring it up.
Bring one.
I'll like just post it.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Austin Powers. I've been frozen since the '60s, so I haven't noticed much. Trying to catch up on all of what's happened.
Oh, well, this is going to be interesting with the name. I didn't expect this one, but I forgot this was what her name was. But there you go. Like it's about the same. It's like in the same era. Okay, don't judge me here, people. It was like the first thing that came to mind.
All right.
Like, I'll post it in the chat. There you go.
Okay. Let's see what it is.
Like, it's different. It's
Heart to Heart. Robert
2
Wagner.
of Hearts. Yeah, like Stacy Q. By the way, isn't that interesting?
Stacy Q.
Yeah, that's her name. Like from back in the day, this is like 80s. I'm thinking like 88, 89, maybe something. It looks around that genre. I don't know. Seemed about to be about the same, so that's why I brought it to the attention.
Okay, so you said you posted it. I don't see it. Maybe it didn't go.
I don't know. It's in the chat. I don't
Heart
know.
to Heart, Robert Wagner. That's Mad Poke put that.
No, 2 of Hearts is what it's called. I just posted in the chat unless I need to refresh or something.
I mean, they might
Somebody
not-
else just posted. I don't know. Oh, okay. I posted in the old one. Maybe that's why. But I don't see anything in the new one. Like on the little website that I'm talking through, I don't see anything.
You
I
posted.
posted it on YouTube. Yeah, I posted on YouTube. My bad if there's a mix-up. I don't see any other chat in the other one though, so that's why I just didn't do it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. Anyway.
Oh well.
Anyway. 2 of Hearts. I don't remember that. Of course, I really wasn't watching much TV. I really haven't watched much TV for many decades. So I stopped watching. You know, I don't need to watch TV anymore because BBP. Listen, I have all of the Gilligan's Island on DVD. Why would I need to watch TV? I got all of the Gilligan's Island.
I mean, dude, all you need from there is like Bonanza. And I think you're pretty solid, dude.
I don't need Bonanza.
No, I like Bonanza back in the day and Gilligan's Island. Like, I don't know. I like those growing up.
Yeah, I got a lot of that old stuff. So I got that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else. You know, I had this friend. It was so funny. I was at a friend's house many years ago, many decades ago, back in the late 80s, I think. And in his apartment, his whole walls were filled with video cassettes, VHSs.
Okay.
And I said, dude, what are all these? He said, are you kidding? He goes, I have cable. I might not always have cable, so I'm taping everything.
Holy shit.
He taped everything.
Oh, he's got the DVR in his room with like 48 feet worth. It's okay. Like, hey, if anybody wants to watch anything, you know, it might take 48 minutes to go through the 48 feet, but you can watch wherever you want. We're here. We're in it to win it.
That was hilarious. I wonder what he's doing.
No, back in the day, though, yeah, it used to be like that. I remember even doing like stuff on the radio and stuff, like a song I liked or something. I'd be like, just like have a tape ready and everything. Like, okay, that's not my song. That's not my song. That's not my song. Okay, now hit record. Like, that's my song.
Yeah.
That was like growing up like in the 90s, you know? Like, hopefully that gives you guys all a good, I don't know, refresh of youngness.
Yeah. Austin Morris says it. He has it right on the money there. Add the classic 60s Star Trek, and I would be in agreement with Aaron here. Yes, I got the Star Trek.
Yeah.
original. I love how in the 23rd century they show like Captain Kirk walking through the hallway. He needs to use the intercom. He goes to a thing and he flicks like a toggle switch. Like, oh yeah, we'll still have metal toggle switches in the 21st century. I thought that was hilarious, but a very well done show. And you know what?
It was great for the day. I'll tell you what. Like, I still like Star Trek and Star Wars and all that. Like I've always been a sci-fi guy. I've always been a nerd, so I can always love some classic Star Trek.
Yeah, well, Star Trek might have been more than just science fiction because Gene Roddenberry had a friend whose dad was privy to the secret space program. So there might have been some bleed over.
Oh, okay.
And also, it might have been a purposeful disinformation because that came out in '66, same year as Batman. But now in 1968 was when Andrew was the first American boy to teleport, and he teleported with his father in 1968 from New Jersey to Santa Fe, New Mexico, 2,000 miles in 6 seconds. And they did it using Tesla Vortal teleportation. But now in Star Trek, they highlighted the fictional quantum teleportation where you're literally, it takes apart your atoms.
I was say, didn't they call that like a proton beam? Is that what they call that? I might be wrong. I don't know.
It disassembles every cell of
Yeah, it disassembles and like reassembles when you get there.
That would kill any living organism. That wouldn't work for any. It would automatically kill you. You could not survive being taken apart and being put back together like that. So what they did with Star Trek was they established this idea that this is how it's done. Okay. When in reality, 2 years prior, they were already doing it. They already perfected it, traveling vortally, teleporting from place to place on Earth in just seconds, 2,000 miles in 6 seconds. That's incredible. Incredible. So that could have been purposeful disinformation while also giving away, oh, we're doing this, but we'll mislead you and not tell you exactly. And if you remember, now maybe you don't remember, I remember it was my favorite show. There was only one season, The Time Tunnel. Oh my God, it was.
I see. I don't remember that. No.
Oh man, look that up. You can still see episodes.
Time Tunnel, huh?
Time Tunnel.
Okay, I got a website. I can look at whatever I want.
It looks like a cornucopia.
Yeah, at least for the most part.
It looks
Time Tunnel. Let me see if like my website actually pulls it up. Just like out of curiosity.
It will. It will.
Well, it gets most channels. I just.
Time Tunnel.
I get time. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco.
Okay, time. I'm just getting time a lot of time. What does it look like? Can you pop up something that looks like what the series looks like or something? Or?
There it is.
I got like time after time, and now it's looking like some like soap operas, and I'm not down at all.
There it is, Time Tunnel. There it is. That's the Time Tunnel right there.
Okay. So it looks like 70-ish. Okay, I can dig that. Okay,
no, this is
I got you.
60s.
Yeah.
Dude. This is the 60s.
Oh,
1966.
Oh, this might be it. The time tunnel.
The Time Tunnel.
Time tunnel. Okay. I just typed in time tunnel, and that's why I probably got it wrong. Okay.
What happened? Every episode was virtually the same.
Yeah, it was from 1966 to 1967, U.S. color science fiction TV show or something.
They send these two guys back into time or forward into time, and they always get lost, and they always are trying to find him to get him back. And it's always it's very a very well done show. and it was only great actors. And the visuals, I mean, the tunnel was so visually cool. Look how cool that thing is.
You know what? It kind of sounds like they redid this just recently. Like I would say like maybe 8 to 10 years ago, they made like a Rick and Morty where they would go back in the past and they like make a whole bunch of weird stuff happen. But it was a cartoon style, and it was, I don't know, it was kind of like mature, but I don't know. It sounds like it's from the same concept of what you're saying. I've never seen this, so I'm just saying.
I remember when I was a kid, it was very impactful to me, and it just seemed real. And this is
That seems cool, though.
They were
It looks
doing
cool.
this. They were doing this. DARPA was doing this. So this show right here was probably disinformation, but it was probably a little bit too close. That's probably why they took it off. I don't know. But it was very popular. I mean, every kid loved it. It has to do with time travel. What kid wouldn't love it?
Right.
There was so
Yeah,
many.
it gets your imagination going, like, and especially as a child, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe
it gets your imagination going.
He's even got Bat computers to check it out. Bat computers.
I mean, I can only imagine as a kid if I seen some stuff and be like, oh, dude, I'm trying to figure out some other stuff.
Oh, look at this. Jola says, I watched every episode of that show. Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, first
okay.
episode
Wow.
of Time Tunnel was absolutely terrific television. Yes, it was. Great stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's so visually cool. You know what else was a really cool show back then was The Land of the Giants. You ever hear of that, BBP?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
There's a
I
guy.
forget what it was from. Was it like a PBS thing or something? Or
No. It was a series on TV.
Yeah, but like, was it PBS that did some kind of documentary or something on it, or?
No, I don't know.
So I watched a whole bunch of documentaries, so I don't know where it came from. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, this was a show back in around this time, maybe a little later, where it's Land of the Giants, where these American men,
Around this time?
these American
That's your
astronauts.
show? Okay, I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know.
I don't know what the pretense was, whether it was American astronauts landed on this planet of giants, or because somehow they got shrunk. But for whatever reason, this evil scientist kept trying to catch these little people, and they're like, they show them around a giant telephone, and they have all these props, and it was a great show. It was a great show for a kid to watch. Yeah, The Land of the Giants.
I don't remember that one.
They used to have actually good shows. They were very well written, very well acted, very well shot. Everything.
I don't know. Like my day and age, I was more like around like the Thundercats. You know what I mean? Like I was born in '86, so like I was more around like the early '80s, even some of the even early '80s, like Transformers, even like the early Transformers, I was still down into.
Oh yeah.
And just growing up, I even liked the Beast Wars. That was Transformers, like in the '90s, and the Spider-Man '90s. I think one of my favorite superheroes is Spider-Man, just because he was like underrated. He wasn't really looked after. He was just like, hey, I'm just trying to help this situation out. I always liked Spider-Man. He wasn't like big. He wasn't super powerful. He'll throw a car at you if you fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? Like, excuse my French. I'm sorry. Excuse me, Chad. I'm sorry. I do that sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of people do. It's amazing. But they do.
I apologize. I
Don't
did.
Don't worry about it.
But it wasn't like derogative, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Twilight Zone.
I still apologize. I know some people just don't want to hear it. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow, the time tunnel was in an underground U.S. military facility, which was shown in intricate and beautiful detail. Oh, you think so? Well, that's interesting. The Montauk book series by Preston Nichols and Peter Moon claimed that there was a real-time tunnel device in a secret base beneath Montauk Air Force Radar Station in Montauk, Long Island, New York. Yeah, I've heard something like that too. Yeah, and Andrew talks about the Montauk chair, which was allegedly from the Montauk. And Montauk Island, did you know this, BVP? There was where the Montauk Island is where it used to be the site of a pyramid. There was a pyramid there.
No, honestly, like I don't know if I really heard about the Montauk at all. I was even interested, like hearing about the book and.
Well, there was a pyramid there.
Okay.
They dismantled the pyramid. They took the pyramid apart. They got rid of it, and then they built an Air Force base there because there was something magical about that site. And they had very powerful radar dishes and radar equipment there, super powerful, and so powerful that they did experiments. Like there was a small town nearby, and they pulsed out a voice at a certain frequency that the brain could pick up, and the voice was telling a phone number to call, and they got thousands of calls from people randomly calling this number because they put the number out. This was back in the 60s they were doing this. Think about that.
So was this like a ley line spot? I mean, like, do we know anything about it?
I don't know.
Now from the position, like, okay, if the Earth rotated or something, like, did it?
I don't know. We don't
know.
I don't know.
I mean, like, if Motark or whatever was there during '66, would it still be in the same position? Like,
well, it's abandoned.
50 years later, you know what I mean? I'm just asking a question. I don't know.
They say it's abandoned, but I don't know. Another thing they used to do was they used to these seers, these young people that could imagine something in its totalness. And so they would imagine something and then it would happen because this radar dish was pointed at them. And one of them imagined a can of Coca-Cola sitting at the general's desk. And it took like 24 hours, but all of a sudden it appeared there and he drank it and he said it was better than the real stuff. From mind, yes.
So we're talking about like if you will, manifestation or something.
Yeah,
like, what people talk about these days. Like I really haven't seen it happen. I don't really see it happening.
Apparently, it burns through their brains, and these people died. A lot of people died doing this because it burns out their brains or something. So
it's probably where, well, even the Bible says you have 2 to 3 together in God's name to get something done. So I mean, to manifest something by yourself is probably gonna bleed your brain out because you're not possible doing it. I don't know. I mean, like I'm not spiritual in that point or whatever, but I'm just saying like what the Bible says, and I don't know. I'm not venturing in other like worldly things. You know, it seems like there's like a warning here. So like I don't venture. I don't venture on that point.
Yeah,
that's understandable for everyone.
Well, like if you ever watched the first Planet of the Apes, there was a forbidden zone. That the apes were not allowed to go to this forbidden zone.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
And the forbidden zone was evidence of earlier human life, not simian. So they told them not to go there because they would find out that their history was false.
Yep. Like, and it seems like all these movies too, like, have some kind of meaning behind it. Like, not all of them, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of them that there's certain phrases and everything that really like put depth into things, and especially with like how things are going. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't just on coincidence or something. Like, even like Wolf on Wall Street, like some things in there. It's like a good 4-hour movie almost. Like, watch that and talk and think about like all the analytics and all the financial and Wall Street stuff they talk about, and tell me how many things don't correlate to even like what might be going on now. If that movie was made 4 years ago, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a funny movie. Isn't this funny? But yeah, I'm just giving just a for instance. I'm not even getting a main one where like you get your like channel hit on. You know what I mean? If I start talking about, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I got the apes up there now. Planet of the Apes. The original one was the best, I thought. Before they came up with that makeup for the original one, they tried putting cotton like under their lips, like between their lips and their gums. They tried doing it that way to puff it out, but they couldn't get it to puff out far enough. So they went with the prosthetic, which actually worked very well.
Was that like actually like a piece of plastic or something like in their jaw in the 60s one or 70s, 60s, 70s? I don't know when it came out. I'm sorry.
It was a lightweight rubberized foam developed especially for that. And
Okay, so it's like a styrofoam.
No, it's soft, pliable like rubber.
Okay.
Like foamed rubber. Yeah. Okay. And then that only parts of it would adhere to the face, like the eyebrows, the nose, and the around the mouth area. But the cheeks were just the person's own cheeks.
Something like, would that almost make like a silicone?
Yeah, like a foamed silicone.
Yeah, let's say like, I don't know. I used to work plastics it confused me like mixing those, and I'm like, would it almost be like a?
No, it's like a foamed. It's some kind of foam.
Yeah, because I used to make styrofoam. I used to like do like poly shit. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
This flexed. It had to flex because
if it had to flex, then it has to be like like an acrylics. I think it's called.
No, acrylic
like plastics.
Acrylic is too brittle. It's a
acrylic's too brittle. Yeah.
Foam rubber. That's foamed rubber that they developed especially for this. It didn't exist.
Okay.
It did not exist before, as far as I know.
Okay, fair enough.
And they won all kinds of makeup awards too, because they just didn't think that would be possible. But they did. They made it work. And now the later one, I think they used a lot of computer graphics to make the face move. I don't think that was all done by the actor. So yeah. Great movie. It's boy.
I can see it though.
The ending, man. The ending of the first movie was the best ending of any movie. Planet of the Apes. Yeah, after the Planet of the Apes was a hit, the studio came to the writers and said, "Okay, we need a sequel." They said there is no sequel. So there has to be. It's a huge hit. We need a sequel. They go, "No, it's a one horse pony. That's it.
How many have they made out of that? Like a good 10?
They made 5.
5? Oh, I was guessing more than that. I thought there was
at the beginning.
Apes and like Rise of the Apes and different things.
At the beginning, there were 5 of them. Yeah, Planet of the Apes, Return to the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and I can't remember what the other one was. But I think there was 5 of them. I can't remember.
Okay, interesting. I mean, they haven't been bad movies.
I mean,
Like
this one
honestly,
right here,
they've been all right. Like
this
for
ape
the most
here.
part, there's been like 2 I didn't like or something, but like the originals, I was down for.
Oh yeah, the original one's great.
Just like Star Wars, you know, the originals always hit like a classic. You know what I mean? Like
This girl right here reminds me of some politician. I can't remember which one. Gosh, maybe Roseanne Barr can help me remember which one that one is. Yeah, that's good. Here's Cornelius. That's pretty good. That's great makeup, man, for back then. Yeah, they did a good job. Great job. And then you look at this. This is like ultra realistic, right? Maybe too real. I don't know.
yeah, that one was newer. I think that was the newest one,
Right.
Like probably like 2014 or something, maybe
Right. Yeah.
something like that. I don't know.
It's kind of weird to see them side by side like this.
Yeah, especially from like from like a actual like complete mass to almost like CGI. Also, you know what I mean? Like we're looking at like realistic compared to CGI. So there's
Right.
a big difference there. You know what I mean?
Right. Makeup versus CGI.
Yeah.
Here's
Like
Charlton Heston here.
same thing with Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like you see all these characters and all these like old combat people or these aliens and stuff, right? And they're all in old makeup and mask and everything else. And you see the new stuff and you see things moving. It just doesn't move the same way. There's no like it's not like a natural movement. I'm not knocking what Disney's doing or whatever. I'm just saying like it's not the same though. You know? Like same thing as like Jabba the Hutt. You know, like when they redid it, it's not the same. You know, Jabba the Hutt back in the day, he was like a big clay guy. He was like, the new one, like he was like kind of like just went up to the pod racers. And it was kind of weird. I don't know, like it looked different. It just looked different. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it looked bad.
ATL Spud, welcome to the program. Rock me, Dr. Zayas. Yes. Rock me, Dr. Zayas. That's good. That is good. TL Spud. Good to see you here. That's great. Yeah, having some fun with the apes. Going ape over here. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a good series. You know, Beneath the Planet of the Apes was really quite fascinating.
See, I never watched a series or anything back in the day.
Oh yeah, they had a series.
I watched like some of it, like here and there, but not really like watched it. Like, oh, I gotta like catch the next episode. I just kind of caught it here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Hey, Spudley. Hey, Spudley. Spudley, do right. There you go. And there's our good friend BBP Demand. What do you think about that guy? Be honest now.
Ha 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 ha.
What do you pop? Trying to catch you off guard there. See what you might say about yourself. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah. Oh, oops, that's me. Yeah. Oops.
I mean, if anybody else wants to call in, also, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be like try to take up everything. If one of the mods want to throw down the chat to call in, more than welcome.
All right. You taking off?
If that's okay with you. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be here forever, but like. No, I'll hang out with you for a while. It's cool. Okay. I'm gonna say if anybody else wants to call in, also like give some. I don't know.
Oh, I see something in the private chat. Oh, that's where you sent it. You sent it in the private chat.
Oh, did I? No, I sent it in tube, and then that too also. Like
Oh,
I sent in the second one. That's why I was like, I don't know this new system, so it's kind of weird. But
I'll put it in there for you.
all right, thank you. Yeah, okay, that was the video I was talking about earlier.
Probably Mudrat would already put it in there. Just in case.
Don't worry about my video. It was just something funny. I think that's the one I was talking about with my daughters, right? I don't know, but
So,
yeah.
this is the final scene where he sees the Statue of Liberty. He realizes we blew ourselves up. So devastating. I don't ruin it for anybody, but that's the last scene, and it's very sad. The whole time you're thinking it's this other planet, and then all of a sudden, holy crap, moly, it's our planet, and we did that to ourselves. What the heck? See, this is why we have to, get the fraudulent guy out of there, because this kind of stuff.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think there's a lot to do with all this. Like, I ain't gonna try to say too much. Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. Yeah, get that fraudulent guy out of here. Like, definitely.
Legally.
Oh, now all the news articles are coming out and stuff, like what we've been saying for 2 years. Oh, wow. Like, so it was. So we've been.
Yeah.
So we've been playing a game for 2 years, and then you guys all went with it, and now you guys want to almost like back down and be like, "Whoop, well, I know." There's still not even gonna be those either. There's still gonna be like, I still wish it would be him. Almost like, holy crap! Like, okay, you guys have like completely lost your minds, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be those that be like, I wanted this, and there's gonna be those that be like, I don't know what's going on, and those that be like, I don't care, and there's gonna be those that like are the crazy ones. You're like, we wanted him. Like, what, the dementia, couldn't find his fucking pudding in the fucking morning, ass dude?
I don't know.
Excuse my French again. I'm sorry.
Here's some pictures here from the beneath Planet of the Apes. Now, beneath the Planet of the Apes, they found these people living there, and they worship a rocket that's actually the doomsday bomb that's going to destroy the world. And they worship it, and they take off their masks to show their true selves, and they're radiated. Like,
yikes.
Yeah, that's what they look like. And it's really sad, but
holy crap, dude.
They end up blowing up the whole damn thing. They do.
Oh, well.
They end up blowing up the whole frickin' world, but before they do, Cornelius and Dr. Zaya or Cornelius, the guy and the girl, chimps, they leave in Blue Eye's spaceship right before the Planet of the Apes explodes. And where do they end up going? They end up going into our past when people were in charge. And here's aliens that look like monkeys, and they're like superstars on the cover of Time magazine, and they're being celebrated, and they were doctors on their planet, and they finally asked, well, so what kind of work did you do as doctors? Oh, we did experiments on humans. What? You experimented on humans? Then all of a sudden they were enemies, and they hunted them down. And they viciously shot them and killed them. Both of them, Cornelius and Zira, and their baby. But before they got shot, she switched their baby monkey with this baby in the zoo. And so the baby that they thought they shot their baby, but actually the baby survived in the zoo because they switched the babies. And
he's the one that became the next one or whatever, like
at the end of the
latest movie or something?
Yeah, at the end of the movie, he goes, Mama, Mama, Mama. So, yeah,
okay.
that ends up being he ends up growing up to be, what was his name?
I think it started with a K or something. It was like
Caesar.
Porno.
Caesar.
Okay, Caesar. Okay, yeah, I think it was Caesar. Yeah, he was like
He could telepathically communicate with all the other apes.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
and yeah, that's what. So it's weird that they came back from the future and seeded that one little baby to create the planet of the. It's amazing the way they kind of work like that. Amazing.
If you'd like to hear a point on this, it kind of relates to it. Am I allowed to say it?
All right.
I won't go too far. I mean, Elon Musk said it, so and everything. Like, in 6 months, there's gonna be like human trials for the Netlink or neutrality.
Oh
basically.
yeah, the neural.
Yeah, the Neuralink. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm good on it. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about it.
They'll never chip me. I mean, I don't even need chips anymore.
No, like, I'm good, dude. Like, I don't need something like. I don't even have a phone right now, so I don't need a phone that's connected to my brain to my spine or something. Like, I don't need that. You know, like, it's a little too much. It seems like it's a little invasive. Like, I don't know. It's just my personal opinion.
Me too.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to say anything off the wild. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
but I feel like I'm in the lines here.
Yeah. It creeps me out too, dude. I think it creeps everybody out. I don't think anybody wants this.
Bro,
the only thing that the only good that can come from technology like that is like artificial organ
intelligence, like
artificial organs or making someone blind to see.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something that actually like will help like somebody live instead of like what their mind will do or something.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I like their process of what they're saying, but I feel like there's going to be something much more than that happens later. You know, it's one thing to like make a blind person see again because of a phone or technology. That sounds great, but at the end end game, like, what do we have to sacrifice to go into this? That's my question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for even the blind people or whatever, like, you know, I'd even help them see before they take this. Like, you know, like, I don't know. Like, it seems like it's a down world of humanity. Like integrating yourself to something like doesn't seem good.
Well,
I don't know. Like, personally,
what it seems like to me is it seems like a stopgap measure. It doesn't seem like the end all. I mean, they say, oh, you can download your feelings and emotions into the cloud and you'll live forever. I don't think that's true. I think that's a trap, and it's stupid. And the idea that you can hook your brain up to a computer is a dumb idea anyway. But the only redeeming quality for me is if it has some sort of medical advantage to people who it could save their lives or make them have a better life. But as far as monitoring all your thoughts and stuff, I just don't think that they're already doing that.
I mean, like, I would like highly advise against it because they're gonna look at your like monetary system, like, so you're gonna see their medical or whatever. Like, so if you have cancer or something, if you're not valuable, like, you might just get cut off.
Of course.
In the future, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, future cause.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and that's how
doing it in China.
The C word works. Yeah. That's how it works. Like, if you're not applicable, if you can't like serve anything, what are you a purpose for? You know, and that's the unfortunate thing of what they look at. I'm just saying how they look at it, not me. Like, I mean, I see human life as beautiful. Like, each and each individual, you know, like they all have their own purpose in life. Don't matter skin color or whatever at all. Everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Mhm.
They just have to find their own like path in life, you know, like you I've even been down, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, there's a way to raise yourself up and think higher. And I'm not saying some kind of self you're gonna like promote this on yourself. I'm not saying that either. It's just if you start looking and start changing your ways or something, you know, like from bad people to start doing with like better people, you know, deep down inside you will understand like who is your friends and who isn't, who is your boyfriend, who's your girlfriend, or however you want to say it. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
you know, like who's with you and who's not with you. Like deep down inside, you can feel it. Like I felt it, so that's why I'm saying it from experience.
There you go. Here is a screenshot I got of the Twitter Files live coverage where they had 2 million people watching. It was crazy. So there I am, right here.
Wow.
I don't have the blue check mark yet. I'll have to wait.
Uh-oh.
I gotta save my money up to spend
I
that.
was saying, well, you got to pay the $8 or whatever it is.
I'm saving all my pennies. I gotta get that bucks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nah, you got this, bro. I know you got
I
this.
feel like not having one, you know, because it's like now anyone can have one, so it's not even like a status symbol anymore, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like anti-status.
Right.
I like it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna start a new trend. The no check.
Yeah.
I got the no check mark. It's cheaper too. Everyone send Aaron a penny. Yeah. Oh, I was at this rock concert once. This group called the Hounds, and it was a benefit concert for some cause. I can't remember what it was, but someone threw some money on the stage and said, "Hey, this is a benefit concert. Throw all the money you want up here." And they did the next song, and people were pelting them with 50-cent pieces and hands full of they're getting hit in the face, boom, but they just keep playing. It was amazing. Like, wow.
Hey, it was money's worth, wasn't it?
The drummers, they hitting the cymbals and stuff with their change. It was fun. It was hilarious. But they were pretty good at the Hounds. I don't know whatever. They're pretty good. Oh, let me hear you howl. Oh, the Hounds. That was pretty cool.
I tried. I tried.
Yeah, they rocked. Okay.
That sounds like an awesome concert, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I saw a lot of interesting concerts. A lot of local concerts, local bands. That's the best kind of stuff, you know. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've enjoyed like a lot of the small bands that come into my city. Like, I don't know. I'm in a city of like, I would say 750,000. So it's not a small city, but like, so there's like some talent that comes through. Like, you know what I mean? Like in different places. You just have to look at the right place, and it's like there's some good talent. You find it. But you have to be open-minded. You know, you can't be like, oh, I just like this genre or whatever. Like, I don't know. I go all over the place, and like that one's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job. You know, like I don't know. Anyway, I'll let you be. Say your thing.
All right. Yeah. You said you played with the Transformers. Do you remember the Triple Changers? triple
Triple
change.
changer, like from the car to like the Autobot to.
The car to the robot to the plane. It was a triple changers. They had like 6 or 7 of them, maybe 8 of them. But I did all the colors.
No, I remember Starscream and stuff like from like the jet,
Okay.
but
The triple
I
change.
don't remember like them going from a car to a robot to a jet. No,
And
I think I remember seeing
bunch of-
that.
there was a
But
bunch.
it was like it was older than me though. It was like just a
Yeah.
little bit older than me, and like it was hard to get my
Yeah.
hands on that type of stuff.
Yeah, that was like 83.
Yeah, see,
I was there 83, 84.
once I started getting toys and stuff, I was probably like 94, 96.
Mm.
So like it'd been harder to get those toys at that time. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was born in 86, so I'm just guessing, you know, like 92, 94, 96,
Okay.
maybe 98, I don't know, but
I graduated in 80.
oh, okay. Hey, you got a few on me.
A few.
Right,
I got a few.
Hey, but
I
you
got
look good for your
grandkids.
age, all right,
I
sir?
got grandkids. 3
Hey, I don't even, let's not say those words. I don't even want to think about that. Like, I don't know. Like my daughter's 8, so like it's like I know it's a long ways away, but you know, like
Yeah. Goes faster than you think.
oh man, I know. Like it seems like she was just like 4 yesterday.
I know.
Now she's 8. Like
It's crazy.
dang it, man.
It's crazy.
And like I said, like, also once again, thank you for those books. They still enjoy them. They even asked me yesterday, they're like, "Why haven't you like went on his channel lately?"
Yeah. What the
And
heck?
I was like, dang, like I have like squashed on. Like, he goes like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, correct? Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Well, I've been a little bit busy, but they brought it up to me, so I was like, okay. I wasn't busy today, so I was like, I need to show up to Aaron's show and say what's up.
Cool.
Like,
Good to see you.
I hope everyone in the chat, everybody's doing good. You know,
I'm
like,
going to show you this. This is a picture of my kids.
oh, I haven't seen the picture of your kids. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome, dude.
Oh my God. This is a very old picture. Let me see if I can get it up here. This is a very old picture. It's my son and my daughter. And they're 4 years apart. So he's like 4 and she's like just born. It's so cute.
Aw. That has to be a long time ago, though.
Oh, yeah.
The Mighty Ducks.
28
Oh yeah, dude.
28 years
Oh,
ago.
the Mighty Ducks is awesome. I just have to say.
Oops. Where is the other one?
So what? Were they about 20, 22 now or something? No, they have to be around my age, almost like 28, 34, like 30, 34. Okay, 30, 34 is my final guess. All right.
There they are in school. That's Alicia was in kindergarten and AJ was, 4 years older.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. And there's a more recent picture of Alicia. That's from 2016. And she's like 28 now.
28 now? Okay. So I thought the brother was older, right? So he must be like 30?
Yeah, he's 31.
31. Okay. I'll say I thought there was about 2 to 4
Here's my
years
son and my
apart.
daughter a couple of years ago. 2017.
Hey, your daughter's cute though. She's cute though.
2017. Yeah, she's
Awesome.
she's
That
got
her
her own
husband?
kid. She's got her own kid now.
Awesome. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, and there's a cute little picture of her when she was a little kid. Yeah, the time just goes so fast, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, just. Oh,
Look at that. That's my two kids.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
They
yeah,
love,
it does
they
go
love
too
those
fast,
sprinklers.
dude.
I made those copper sprinklers, and they were just really happy.
They were super happy with that. They were
They were
excited with that one.
awesome kids. They were awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, man.
I
I did
went
a
to see
watercolor.
Kids
painting.
have good times, and you know, I'm glad they raised them to be like decent human beings. You know, I'm just saying.
A watercolor of my daughter,
Aw,
and there's some songs that she did. Yeah. Actually, you want to hear a song that she did?
let's hear it.
All right. Why not?
Let's do it.
Check it out. Cry Me a River by Alicia. This was in 2005.
It's just like with actual.
You say you love me. You cry the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head. While you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me. And now you say you love me. Well, just to prove you do, come on and cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. I cried
Oh, we with the auto tune? All right.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changed it up. That was pretty cool, man.
Now you say you love me.
Uh-oh.
You cry the
I gotta put it back on night driving. It was on loop. I forgot. There we go. There we go. Back to where it's at. Yeah, so that's one day she wanted to sing that song. It's in a movie. The movie is called The Girl Can't Help It.
Really?
From 1956 or 57. Yeah.
Wow.
It was the very first rock and roll exploitation movie. It's got Gene Vincent singing Bebop Alula. It's got Eddie Cochran singing 20 Flight Rock. And it's got Little Richard singing a bunch of his songs, including The Girl Can't.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And it's Jane Mansfield's first movie.
Huh.
And it's a really good movie.
What's it called?
It's called The Girl Can't Help It.
Girl Can't Help It.
The girl can't.
Oh, yeah. I remember that song, too. Like, the girl can't help it.
She
Girl,
was
yeah. I remember that song, too. Yeah.
She's
Alright.
not a bigger man to squeeze. Can't help
Look,
it.
I might be young, like, even some of the, like, people, like, when I hang out at the bar and stuff, they'd be like, dang, you're, like, so young, but, like, you're, like, you know so many things, like weird stuff, you know, that they would know, and they're like, what the fuck? It's the same thing as you, like, kind of, like, awesome, dude, like, that's awesome. I like it. Girl Can't Help It. All right, I'm gonna look it up so I can, like, watch it later.
Yeah. The girl can't help it. She was born to please. She can't help it. The girl can't help it.
From 1956.
Oh God, it's so hilarious.
1956 is like a blonde broad,
Oh yeah,
if you will. Like, look, we'll even like make it for the 56 standard, like a blonde broad.
Well, yeah, it was her first movie, and actually, the guy she's co-starring with was in a very famous movie with Marilyn Monroe. So yeah, it was her forte into that whole realm. And
Oh, I didn't know that was her. I didn't even click on it to see who was playing it. I just seeing it. All right, Jane Mansfield, Julie London, Eddie Furtani, Tom Ill, Barry Gordon.
Yeah,
that's what it tells me on the cast. So
yeah.
All right, I'm on the right place.
It's a great movie. Check it out. It's kind of funny too. The ending is kind of funny, and it's a great movie, and it's a classic. And the reason they did it was, it was no secret that Elvis was making his first movie at the time. So a competing studio said, okay, we're going to hurry up and we're going to get a movie out on rock and roll before they get theirs out. So they did. They got it out before. And now the girl who was the youngest person to ever write a #1 song, Sharon Shealy, she wrote Poor Little Fool for Ricky Nelson. She made friends with Elvis. She was partying with Elvis. But when she saw the Girl Can't Help It poster, she saw a picture of Eddie Cochran. She said, Elvis is cute, but look at Eddie. Eddie's handsome. I'm going to marry that guy. And her sister said, yeah, you and every other woman in America. But she didn't end up engaged to him. Unfortunately, he passed away before he could marry her in 1960 at age 21 in a car crash in England.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and they should make a movie out about Eddie Cochran's life. It's an amazing life that he had, and he inspired so many rock and rollers. You've heard of Mick Jagger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mick Jagger was in New York City for his first time, and he was in this certain room at this hotel, and someone came up there from the hotel and informed him and said, oh, by the way, this is the exact same room that Eddie Cochran once stayed in. And he goes, you're kidding, Eddie Cochran? He goes, that's the reason I got into music. He really inspired a whole...
Interesting.
Yeah, he toured.
No, I love the Rolling Stones, honestly.
3-month tour. Eddie Cochran did a 3-month tour of Europe and England, and so rock historians still say that's the biggest rock event ever.
Well, shit. While we're here, what's your favorite genre of music? Like, what's your favorite kind of music? Like, what do you like?
I like rockabilly.
Rock? Okay.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly. What does that consist of? Like Bill? Like hillbilly? Like rockabilly?
Rockabilly.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like, honestly, so.
Rockabilly. Oh, let's see. Rockabilly.
What does that mean?
Well, let's see.
I mean, I'm from Indiana, so I can only understand where it comes from. I get some friends that be like, "You like this country?" And I'm like, I just don't really care for country.
Yeah,
I might even almost sound like I have a country accent or something, but I'm not country. I'm sorry if I do.
Well, let me. Well, I can play you. I think I can play you a little bit of this. I don't know how it's going to come over this screen, but let me get over here and turn this down. I'll play a little bit of some rockabilly for you, and it's from the song that Eddie Cochran does in the movie 20 Flight Rock. So check it out. Oh, of course, there's an ad. All right. Coming to the end here. There we go. So there you go. There's a little bit. I don't know if I can play any more of it, but there's some good old rockabilly.
I'll say that it was a little too sexy for me, sir.
Could be. It might be. It's
Well,
pretty hip. Pretty hip. So just so you know,
I'm not hating on it.
rockabilly came before rock. Okay, it was rockabilly first, then rock. So
Okay,
it's
fair
the
enough,
original
fair enough.
rock and roll. It's the original rock.
But what about like some Beethoven or like some of the old classical? Like,
No, those wouldn't be considered rockabilly. Not in my book.
what? Because they just didn't have drums, or
Well, now if you want a more modern group to listen to,
I was saying, like, I
could
do
listen
like
to-
some of the.
you can listen
I
to
do like
Stray
some
Cats.
of it.
Stray Cats is a more modern group that uses rockabilly, and Rock This Town is a great one. Now, if you want, there's also Psychobilly. Now, Psychobilly,
Dude, you got to send this to me. You have to send this to me, or I won't remember it.
well,
You
Uh,
have to.
you can just
Alright.
look it up. Eddie Cochran. Nobody does rocking like Eddie Cochran.
All right.
And
What's it called? Like you gave me like 2-3 names all of a sudden. Like, that's
Eddie
why I was like,
Cochran.
I don't know. You have to email it to me.
Eddie Cochran. Well, just
Eddie.
rewind it and go, oh, he said Eddie Cochran. Yeah. Eddie Cochran. Nobody does rocking like Eddie Cochran. That's all you need to know.
Eddie Cochran. Okay.
And here,
20 Flight Rock.
I'll show you what he looks
Is
like.
it Summertime Blues? Come on,
Summertime
everybody.
Blues,
Is that what you're talking about?
Summertime
Is that
Blues
what you're
was his big hit, yes.
Okay. Like
That
I just
was
looked it up. Like I'm trying to look it up, dude.
Summertime Blues. So that's what he looks like. He was a very handsome young man, a native of Minnesota, but he grew up in California, and he lived for a while in Oklahoma City.
Well, okay.
But so yeah, Eddie Cochran.
So he was good, huh?
Nobody does rocking like Eddie Cochran. He played all his own guitar. He was an incredible guitar player.
All right, I'll check it out.
And
You know.
finding more and more recordings he did. He played on a lot of other people's records. He was in the studio all the time. So he was constantly.
So I have a question. Was it more the guitar or more of his voice that was more like entertaining?
Both, I'd say.
Both? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was
Nice.
good. He was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
Awesome.
he changed his musical style after he saw Elvis. After he saw Elvis, he goes, "I'm doing that kind of music." And then the very
He
next,
kind of even has the look of Elvis too.
oh yeah,
But
the very next song he did was called "Pink Peg Slacks." You got to look that up. That was his first rock and roll song, "Pink Peg Slacks."
He's a much better than me, a much better man than me, because I wouldn't make a song like that. So more power to him. You
Yeah,
know?
and
Hey, I ain't hating on him. It's
you-
not my thing.
have you ever heard of Buddy Holly?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I even listen to Weezer and everything.
and Buddy Holly was in that air crash. He crashed in an airplane with a big bopper.
Yep.
and,
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
but Eddie Cochran was on that tour too. But he was called.
Okay.
He was called away to New York to do some more recording before that incident happened.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
So he might have been on that plane too. And he did a song called Three New Stars. Like there's 3 new stars because these 3 stars died. Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly, which was a good friend of his. So he put out that
dude.
song. And a year and a half later, guess what? He died. He died in England.
It's
Like he was meant to die.
Look, I was gonna try to say it in a different way. It's like unfortunate and weird how these individuals die all of a sudden. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say, but hey,
Well, he knew.
it's your show, bro.
He actually knew. 2 weeks before he died, he was in England. He was sick of England. He was sick of eating fish and chips. He wanted to get home, and he was just missed home terribly. And so he was going to go home, and he got the limo driver to get him there earlier. He was telling him to hurry. They hit a patch of sand, and they wiped out, threw him through the window, and he protected Sharon Shealy's body with his body, ended up costing him his life. So yeah, that's what happened. And but 2 weeks before, he had his palm read, and Madame Ruby said, "You're going to die soon, very young, tragically." And he couldn't sleep after that. And he wanted to get home, and her wanting to hurry and get home is what caused it. So it's very sad, very sad.
That is sad.
And one of his last songs he recorded was called "3 Steps to Heaven," that his brother wrote. His brother was a musician, and 3 Steps to Heaven. And there he went, 3 Steps to Heaven. But yeah, great fun music. If you want to listen to some awesome, the beginnings of rock and roll.
There is like interesting, like how many like musicians throughout the years, like when they do things in certain years and everything, like when they lose their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's interesting. Like it might even be like when they're like 33 years old. You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, he was only 21 when he passed away.
He's 21.
Yeah, he was doing multi-track recordings in the early 50s when he was a preteen. He was a preteen.
Dang.
So yeah, he was an amazing guy, and he taught. His record company Liberty Records sent him over there without a band, so he had to teach these people how to play his music, to do syncopated beats and to stretch the guitar strings. They'd never heard of stretching guitar strings before, and he had to show them where to order the strings from California to get these strings that you could stretch.
Oh, okay.
And so he taught England how to rock, and
interesting.
Shortly after,
so he told the Rolling Stones what they should do.
Well, they were inspired, and now.
Okay.
So another person who went to every single Eddie Cochran concert was George Harrison from the Beatles. And when he tried out for the Beatles, for the Silver Beatles, he played some tracks, some riffs, and they said, "No, I don't think we're gonna do it." He played a Cochran riff, and Lennon goes, "Hey, that's Cochran, you're in." And before George Harrison, Paul McCartney wanted to do something with Lennon.
Yeah.
He said, "Only if you can play and sing 20 Flight Rock, the Eddie Cochran song. If you know the whole song, you're in." And he did, and he was in. And he still plays that song in his live concerts. Paul McCartney does. 20 Flight Rock.
See, I don't know, like, I could probably almost get more into this Eddie Cochran than I could the Beatles. I like some Beatles songs, okay, but it seems like it's just been so over exaggerated, like to the point that like I almost don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I like some of their songs. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They're not bad songs.
No.
But even like the number 9 is a little weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird song by the Beatles. I won't lie. That's weird.
The whole Yellow Submarine was a kind of a weird.
If you guys have never listened to number 9, that one's weird. That one's weird. What was that? I think that was from the album before Yellow Submarine, wasn't it? Like
I don't
the
know.
album before it, I think.
I think that the Yellow Submarine was like their Picasso moment where they figured out.
I know. Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was like the one before that. It was kind of like just one of their riffs, and it was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like it just sounded weird. Like,
Mhm.
but all I'm saying is like I don't know. I'm not a big Beatles fan. I love old music. Okay, like but Beatles not so much.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like name a whole bunch of other bands. I could be like, yeah, and they're cool.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of good bands. A lot of good bands out there. You know, Fleetwood,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mac. You know,
Oh yeah, Fleetwood Mac is great too. Yeah,
their early stuff from their Kiln
I
House.
love Fleetwood Mac. Like they're
Check
great.
out their Kiln House album. Kiln House.
I don't know if I checked that. I might have heard some music off of it. I don't know if I've like,
Jeremy-
heard the
it's
album. You know what I mean?
1970.
Like
It's from 1970, and it has Jeremy Spencer as
I
the
probably
singer.
heard it.
No,
Yeah.
you probably haven't heard it. It's very obscure. Jeremy Spencer is the singer, and it's completely different than any other. It's early stuff. In fact, Christy McVie, I think, drew the cover. She's not doing any music. She drew the cover with like felt tip markers. It's kind of cool, actually.
All right,
Yeah,
all right. I'll try to check it out.
yeah. Check that out. And
Oh,
yeah, good stuff. Old stuff is good, man. You want
course.
to see a guitar player from the old days. Check out Joe Maphis. Joe Maphis.
who did
Fire
you play
on-
for him?
Fire on the strings. He was just himself. He was incredible.
All right, I don't know that. Like I said, I don't know too many like when you go into like band names and like who these people are. I don't know. Like I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at like naming names.
All right.
Like I can tell you some of my favorite bands, and I couldn't tell you like the lead guitarist. They'd be like, you don't even know the lead guitarist of your favorite band, and be like, I just don't know. Like I just like the music, you know.
Right. Hey, you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
You
Like
know
I have other things to worry about.
What's your okay? If you could only sit, so here's the scenario: you're stuck.
Okay.
You're stuck on an island. You can't get off. You have a record player and only one record. What record would you have? You can have any record you want, but only one. Your island album.
Interesting.
What would your island album be?
You guys might not like this one, but I think because like it would make me like the most like energetic and everything. Like I would say like System of a Down Steal This Album.
Okay.
That'd be my album.
All right.
Cause it'd be like you know, Sugar. You get like everything like and you get like motivation, like it makes you pumped like the next day. So it'd be like being all drawn down. No, like it's like it's motivating. I don't know. Hopefully that's a good answer. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Like,
It's a different answer for everybody. Everybody has their own taste. Even
I'd probably say that, you know, like
my island album is, let me see. I was just listening to it today.
now I'm just checking out what the chat's saying.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, the chat's going nuts on this too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How are you guys
Bob
still,
Marley.
man?
Bob
I like
Marley.
it.
Okay, here's my island album. I've been listening to it the last couple of days, and it's just never gets old for me. Boston. Yeah.
Boston. Okay, Boston's not bad. I like Boston. I like Boston.
1975, dude. 1975.
I like Boston. They're not bad. They're not bad, but they're not great either.
They're great.
At the same point.
Great. Do you know how many 8 tracks of that I bought?
I get it. Like, what they
Dozen.
made, like, 40
Dozen.
albums? I get it. I get it.
I mean, they came out at just the right time because formats were switching, like 8-track and then cassette. So you had all kinds of kinds of troubles with the
8-track to this and that. Okay, I got you.
So you had all kinds of trouble with 8-tracks. So what happened? They sold more records. Why? Because the 8-tracks would go bad. They got to buy another one. So it was pretty brilliant.
Okay.
I mean, they lucked out. I mean, I bet you they've sold more albums than almost anybody of their first album. They've sold tons of these. In fact, my brother, he has a whole bunch of them. He bought a whole bunch of them, still in the packages.
That would actually be an interesting theory to put against everything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm betting money against it. I'm just saying it'd be
I'd be curious to see how many they've actually sold. You know, because I know from just for me, I've bought more of that album than any other album I've ever bought. I've bought multiples of that album.
Huh.
That's just how good it is and how much you want it. When it goes bad, you've got to get another one.
What, Boston? That's the one you bought?
Their first album, More Than a Feeling. Yeah. Their first song is More Than a Feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's right. I love that.
Fair enough.
All those songs, man.
I'm not hating on your music, dude.
Great music.
If anything, you're right with me.
All
did
right.
I even say what I was gonna play?
Pardon?
Or did I even say what I was gonna play? Or
yeah, you said you were...
Okay, I said it. Okay.
Did,
but isn't that around the same genre too? Boston, yeah, right.
Could be.
No, Boston, Elton John, right around the same era. Yeah.
Well, but
Boston's what, 80s?
No, Boston, that came out in 1975.
Yeah, but their major hits was 80s, right?
No, 1975.
What was their? Okay, yeah, I already know. I know. Yeah, but go ahead.
So what happened was with this band. What happened with this band was their second album didn't come out till many years later because there was all kinds of legal problems. This album, the way it happened, it should never have happened the way it happened. But I'm very thankful that it was allowed to happen the way it happened. See, the way it happened was Tom Scholz was the starter of the band. He's the lead guy, songwriter. Tom Scholz. He was also an inventor. He invented you ever seen a guitar player? They hit something with their foot and it changes the sound of their guitar.
Huh.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He invented that. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he invented a whole
bunch of pedal and shit that they do for the amp and do shit. Yeah.
So he invented all this stuff that he made this music with, and that's why no one can copy it. No one can do a cover of Boston because they don't have the electronics that this guy invented. So
interesting. I didn't know that.
And so when the record company, when they signed him, they said, "Okay, we need you guys to come out to the West Coast to do the album, record it." Tom says, "No, I can't do that. All my equipment's in my basement out here in Boston or on the East Coast somewhere." And they said, "Well, this is highly unusual." He goes, I'll mix it all there and I'll come up there and we'll do the last couple songs in the studio. They ended up doing one song in the studio. And he did all of the other songs by himself, using all the tracks done by the other players at different points. And he put it all together. And if you listen to it, it's just beautiful. I mean, the chord progressions and the melodies and the synchronization of the voice and the music. It's just incredible. So, yeah.
I do like that too. Like when like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like when the sympathy or whatever like hits like the tone of the voice in a certain way, that is awesome. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I'm not as artistic or some music person here, but like I would say like when like a certain like I can't do it.
Mhm.
Like but when that certain tone and everything like hits that certain like even like a symbol or something,
Mhm.
it could even just be a symbol, and that symbol like hits that certain tone of your voice. It's awesome, and like and I witnessed it quite a few times throughout life, and it's like, and that's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure everyone has. Like you heard a certain thing, like like, dang, that sounded great.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
out of nowhere or something. You're like, dang, that was good.
Right.
I like it. Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
well, you know what? It's we're over the 2 hour mark.
Oh, dude,
Oh, man.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So
I
I'm
didn't
gonna-
even mean to be on here this
Hey,
long.
dude, you were great, man. I'm glad you called in.
Well, thanks for having me, Aaron. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. And I'm glad you kids
Honestly,
are
do.
still liking the books. That's awesome. That a lot of kids say those are their favorite books, the Papa books, and
No, they still like them, dude. I'm telling you. Like,
they're great books. They're
this isn't no sales to you. I'm just telling you, like my daughters like the book still. Like,
well, which one do they like better, Popple or Popple's Place? This is Popple.
I think they like Papa's Place a little bit better.
Yeah, a lot of kids do. They like Popple's
Yeah.
Place better.
Yeah.
But Popple is the original story. Popple's Place.
Yeah.
Have the here's the cover of Popple's Place. They built him his own place in the woods, so he has a place to go. It's cute, very cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
thanks again
Yeah.
for calling in, BBP Demand. Appreciate it, and hope that you have some quality time with your family. That's awesome.
Well, I would try to do so. I'll see them back on Friday. It's just a thing that we have to go through.
Yeah, I went through the same thing. It
Um,
gets
I'm
better.
not gonna say too much more.
It gets better. Don't worry. Just keep.
And the girls love me, and they love all you guys and everything.
That's awesome.
Because I even I know, you're just like an internet person I met, right? I just seen a video or whatever, but I was like, hey, this guy that was online gave you these books like out of nowhere because I won a contest, okay? So
Mhm.
I was like, I want you to like watch him a few times, like, because he gave it to you, like. So that's why they even asked, like, are you watching him anymore?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
no, because you hooked me up, and I'm like, you do good content for your children and everything. It might be like alien or something weird, but I'd be talking to them with like that too. So,
There you go. Yeah.
much love,
Much
love,
love.
man.
Much love to you too, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Say hi to your
Thank
kids
you.
for me. I really appreciate
I
it.
will. They're not here, but
When
I
you
will.
see them. When you see them.
I will. Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome, buddy.
Have
Take
a good
care.
night. And to the chat, have a good night.
All right. All right, friends. All right, we did it again, folks. Yeah, it's always good to have our good friend BBP Demand call in, and I'm so glad that his kids still like the books. And I hear that all the time from kids. They just love these books, and it was so cool to be. It was always one of my dreams to illustrate children's books, and the idea that I got to actually do it and kids actually like it, and it just, there's no greater feeling, really. It's a wonderful feeling. Much love, buddy. Thanks. And your grandson loves his. Awesome. And I got six more pages left to do, 3 more spreads. I'm on 2.5 really, and the awesome possum will be done. The first book for the awesome possum. Then I got to get a little website and a way to order them up, and that's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that, because as much as I loved doing these, and I really like the way they turned out, and I like the stories. The stories are great, well written. As much as I like it, it's only illustrated by me, but Awesome Possum is illustrated and written by me. So it's a more of a deal like that. So thank you so much. Thank you, Catherine Weiss and Peggy Dancer, for the super chats. You guys rock. Thank you, Mad Poe and Mud Rabbit, Dark Brain, and all of our other mods. Thanks, Austin Morris, for chiming in and giving us some of your wisdom. And everybody else that was here. TL Spud, Mad Pogue. Who else was here? Jayla, good to see you here too. Going back. I gotta catch all of these. Mad Pogue. I know I'm missing someone. Emily, I think, was here too. And Cassandra Cohen. Catherine Weiss and Peggy Danster, thank you for the super chats. Much love to all of you. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on Wednesday, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Very much. All right. Work. Okay. Until then, peace in.